Welcome to another 2K experiment. Today we're taking the spirit of the season. It is March Madness, and I have put together a 76 team bracket. We're going to go through and see which NBA team is the best, at least as far as 2K goes. Now, as you can see, it is not just the 30 teams in the NBA. I've also added quite a few historic teams. You're going to notice something hopefully right away. No team that won a championship is involved. I also haven't included any all-time teams, which is why we got to 76. Now, these teams are completely unseeded. As you can see, the number one seed right now are the Cavs. There are 54 first-round buys, which I admit is quite a few, but that's just the way it works with a 76-team bracket. What is going to happen is I'm going to play one single game per team. Just like in the NCAA tournament, it is survive and advance. Of course, I'm not going to go through every single game because that would just take way too long, but I will keep you aware of any close or exciting games and make sure to update you as we move along. So with that out of the way,
let's get ready to rumble!
And our very first matchup to kick this thing off is the Atlanta Hawks versus the 1976 Philadelphia 76ers. Now, I have gone ahead and used the injury-free roster so that the modern-day teams get their full complement of players. This could be a tough one for the Hawks, a tough first-round draw for them. Let's jump in, see how they do. I gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised this is big of a blowout. DeJounte Murray and Trae Young both having big games. World be free. Julius Erving actually kind of falling off a cliff here. Only 19 points, 5 turnovers. And our very first matchup in the first round goes to the Atlanta Hawks, a 29-point victory over the 76ers. We also will have what I would maybe consider a bit of an upset. The 07 Golden State Warriors go over these Milwaukee Bucks. Terry Cummings, Sidney Moncrief, not enough to take down Monta Ellis and Steven Jackson. Meanwhile, in a battle of the Portland's, Scottie Pippen is here, but he's not able to take his team over Terry Porter and Clyde Drexler. The 91 Trailblazers are instead the ones moving on. But in maybe the biggest upset so far, especially when you consider that Jalen Brunson was only 1 of 8 from three-point land, the current day New York Knicks go over Shaq and Penny Hardaway's 95 Magic. This team made the NBA Finals. That could be good news for you Knicks fans this year. They're moving on, and interestingly, they'll be playing the modern Magic in round number 2. Meanwhile, the 98 Lakers beat the 98 Spurs. Unsurprisingly, the 96 Supersonics are over the modern-day Spurs. A bit of a surprise here as Michael Jordan's 89 Bulls fall to the modern-day Clippers. And Run TMC gets the better of Dominique Wilkins and the 86 Hawks. We are hopping into this 04 Timberwolves versus modern-day Pistons game. And look at this stat line from KG. 33 points, 22 rebounds, 3 steals, 4 blocks. However, the T-Wolves are only up by 5 with 1:17 left on the clock. Cade Cunningham having a great game here against Sam Cassell. Of course, on the defensive side, maybe not quite as good, but he's going right at his man, has such a huge height advantage and takes advantage of it there. Hits a big shot, puts his team down by 3 with 1:08 left on the clock. Let's see if the Pistons can somehow pull off the major upset, probably the biggest upset of round 1. Nunn puts up a shot and he gets no. I tried to make a pun there with the Nunn name, but didn't really land it. We'll just keep moving on and pretend like that never happened. Royal Ivy, not Royal Ivy.
It's an issue with your head, man.
I'm sorry. Okay, Cade Cunningham gets the ball. I apologize. Ivy doesn't pull up, looks for a pass. Got to get it. I mean, look at the size advantage Cade has in the post right here. They got to get it into him. Instead, they get it out to Thompson. Thompson shoots a 3, misses. Ivy gets the board. Can he put it up and in? He does. It is a 1-point game, 30.8 seconds. Pistons are going to full court press. Here we go. Are they going to foul immediately? No, they're going to let it play out. Double team. No, none. Looking. Can't find anybody. Gets a screen there. What's he going to do? I apologize. I don't know the players super well. KG might actually be fouled out because he's not in the game right now. Oh, Sam Cassell. James Wiseman with the defense. But Wally Zerbiak gets the lay-in. It is a 3-point game with 14 seconds left. The Pistons are going to come out of the timeout with a chance to tie it. Let's see what they draw up. But first, let's check and see if KG is indeed fouled out. All right, I did make the check, and as you can see, KG is back in. He only had 2 fouls, so I'm not really sure why he was out of the game there at the end, but whatever. Here we go. Stewart looking inbound the ball, gets it into Ivy. Ivy, not a terrible shooter, but we'd rather get in someone else's hands. Probably not Stewart's, but Stewart, oh, he missed it. And that is probably going to be your ball game, folks. Jaren Dunn. Who? Jalen Duren. What? I cannot name anyone's name today. Jalen Duren gets a foul here. Who is this going to the line? Number 23 for the Pistons. Hassel? I'm probably just misremembering that guy. I'm sure everyone else knows who he is. I'm not quite sure. He has really long socks on, and he puts the Timberwolves up by 5 with 7 seconds left to go. So we are going to go ahead and get out of here, and I will show you what happens around the rest of the league as we end round number 1. Okay, going around the board for these last few matchups, the 07 Wizards took down Michael Jordan and George Gervin. Gilbert Arenas drops 36 points. This one is not a big surprise. The 03 Mavs take down the Wizards behind Dirk's nearly 40-point game. And in I think our only modern day versus modern day matchup, the 76ers take out the Pacers. 18-point victory for them. They're led by Tobias Harris. And Embiid has a monster game, 23-22, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Let's go ahead and look at the bracket as it stands now with this first round finally over. Okay, I'm not going to go matchup by matchup because this is a lot to get through. There is a ton of games here in round number 2. So, oh my gosh, I will scroll through this if I can and let you kind of look and see the teams that are playing against each other as we go very slowly. We'll keep scrolling. This is going to be the longest round by far. I probably won't jump into too many games, but I'll try and give you a little bit of a taste of what's to come. If you needed to pause, I mean, look, there's a lot to get to. There's going to be a lot of fun matchups. I'm not seeing any matchups where the two teams are actually, here we go. We have 65 Lakers versus 1991 Lakers, which I believe is our only team-on-team matchup. But again, we have a lot to get to, so let's go ahead and jump into round number 2. And I haven't said it yet, but I'll say it now since we're done with the first round. I think I might go with the 2017 Warriors or maybe the modern-day Boston Celtics. Those are my 2 favorites right now, but we'll see how it goes. Probably not a big surprise here that we have the modern Knicks behind Jalen Brunson's 37, blowing out the modern Magic. Finally, one of these Bulls teams starts to carry their weight. D-Rose drops 35 points, and they beat Paul George's 2014 Pacers. Here in this all Lakers Magic, Elgin Baylor and Magic Johnson are having a battle. The 65 Lakers, I believe, are down by 3, and the 91 Lakers are up by 3. I believe that's right. W. Smith gets the ball, goes at his guy. Again, I'm not going to know these players very well at this point. Nelson over to King. King looking to get around his man. Gets a screen there, goes around. That's not Rubio. Who could that be? It is Rubio? Hold on. Okay, so a slight miscalculation on my part. Apparently, these teams were able to pick up some free agents, which is not ideal. That is why Ricky Rubio is currently playing for the 91 Lakers. I will fix that after this round of matchups, but for now, we'll just have to stick with this and see how it finishes. Oh man, did not foresee that one happening. They are only playing 1 game, and I assumed that in the playoffs you wouldn't be able to sign free agents, but here we are. King makes both of his shots, makes this a 1-point game. 65 Celtics, still kind of surprisingly in this, but now Magic Johnson, Vlade Divac in the game, looking to pull away here late. Is that going to be a foul? That's a foul on Byron Scott. A foul on, is it Scott? Johnson's checking in. King is leaving. It is. It's a foul on Byron Scott, and the 65 Lakers have a chance to take the lead here with 45 seconds on the clock. Jerry West in the game. This is a tough matchup he's drawing here on Magic. Gets it over to Johnson, over to Barnett. Barnett looking, thinks about going to the post. It's really weird. We don't have a 3-point line on these courts. Very strange, but we're going to keep going with it. Jerry West in the post, goes to work on Magic Johnson, cannot get the shot off, and Magic Johnson is going to the foul line. Okay, Magic having a very good night tonight. Can he put his team up by 3? The game is not going to be put away if he makes both of these, but it is definitely going to be tough for these 65 Lakers to get back in it because they don't shoot a ton of threes. We'll see what they do coming out of this timeout. All right, here we go. Jerry West with the ball. If anybody's going to make a big shot, it is certainly going to be the logo. Here he goes. Getting to work, gets by Magic a little bit, gets a nice little lay-in, misses. Divac with the rebound. Divac is that Divac? Yes, it is. Okay, excuse me. With these free agency, you never know, but Divac misses the first, so there's still a chance here for the 65 Lakers to take down their more recent modern counterparts, but unfortunately, Divac makes his second. That makes it a 4-point game. Barnett bringing the ball down the court. It looks like, no, Jerry West, I thought he fouled out, but no, he's in the corner. Barnett jacks up a triple and misses. LaRusso gets the board, gets it over to West. West is going to jack up a triple here. He makes it. It is a 1-point game, 5.5 seconds. Vlade Divac calls for the timeout. All right, who are the 91 Lakers going to go to here? They're going to foul. 5.1 seconds. Burnett gets the foul, and this is going to be Byron Scott at the line. Scott's first shot is up. That is a make. All right, so the 65 Lakers can't win it here, but can Scott make this a 3-point game? He does. Okay, 65 Lakers, no timeouts. Jerry West, he's going to have a full court heave, half court heave, excuse me. Not even that. He got on that court quick, and he misses the shot. The 91 Lakers are moving on to round number 3. Unfortunately, we lose Jerry West here. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the matchups. Patrick Ewing drops 25 points for the 98 Knicks, but is not enough to get past Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're going to move on with a 5-point victory.
I want to learn how to talk like that.
Okay, we have our first major upset, I would say, of the bracket. The Celtics, despite Jaylen Brown dropping 31 points, lose by 16 to Lauri Markkanen, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, and the rest of the modern Utah Jazz. Again, I thought the Celtics were a title contender, and they're out in the second round. Definitely don't be taking any of my advice with you to Vegas. The Knicks get blasted once again. This time, the 99 Knicks lose to the 07 Warriors, who have gone on a streak now. They beat the 85 Bucks. Now they've taken down the 99 Knicks. This is going to be a team to watch. Ice Trae drops 45 points here for the Hawks, but it is not enough to take down LeBron James and Boobie Gibson. LeBron with a triple-double, and the Cavaliers go on by 12. And in what I thought was maybe going to be the most competitive first-round matchup, the Modern Thunder, despite poor shooting from Chet and Josh Giddey, are able to go over the Lob City Clippers fairly comfortably. The 96 Supersonics absolutely beat down Allen Iverson's Philadelphia 76ers, but here's the kicker. Sean Kemp and Gary Payton don't even play that well. I mean, obviously Sean Kemp did have 15 rebounds, but 5 for 16, definitely not his best game. No real surprise here. The modern-day Lakers pretty much walk all over the Charlotte Hornets. All right, you can make me 0 for 2 in my predictions because the 2016 Warriors are going to lose here to the Denver Nuggets. I honestly thought I was going to hop into this game because I figured it would be very close. Klay Thompson drops 39 points. It looks like Steph Curry has a lackluster, 7 boards, which is weird for Curry, but only 10 points. 3 for 4 from 3. Not a great game here for him. I guess Jamal Curry just dominates him.
It's a family show, y'all.
And my 2 favorites to win this thing are already officially out. Another surprising result, the Pelicans roll over the Suns by 21. Marc Gasol has a monster game, but it's not enough to get the 13 Grizzlies over the 05 Suns. Sean Marion, Q Rich, Steve Nash all playing well and moving on. Okay, final seconds here in Portland. The Trailblazers hold a 2-point lead over the 98 Lakers. This is the 2010 Portland Trailblazers. As you'll see, Brandon Roy's here. They got, it looks like Juwan Howard, Greg Oden, and are the Lakers really just going to run at the clock? Surely they need a foul here. I'm not really sure what's going on. They're just letting them run their offense, and the Lakers are doing nothing. I'm not controlling them, right? Yeah, they are in control. Gets it over to Marcus Camby. Camby finally gets fouled by Shaq, but they wasted, almost 20 seconds there? Here goes Marcus Camby to the line. Can he put this one away? He makes his first. He's not a great free throw shooter, so the Lakers definitely still have a chance here. It's not completely out of the realm of possibility they get back in this. That is Robert Horry getting the rebound. It's a 3-point game. The Lakers have the ball, have a chance to tie it here late. Can they do it? Robert Horry, good 3-point shooter. Nick Van Exel's in here. I believe that's probably Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones is the one who gets the ball. He's going to put it up over Brandon Roy. Misses. Shaq did not get the rebound. And now Brandon Roy is going to the line. It looks like the Trailblazers are going to come out on top here. A bit of a surprise on the surface, but I will note this Trailblazers team is sneaky deep. They could definitely make some noise in this tournament, and for now, they're going to be moving on to round number 3. Not really much of a surprise here that the 03 Suns dog walk the modern-day Grizzlies. I mean, the Grizzlies have, 7 players that could even play at this point. I mean, I guess I have injuries turned off, but still not a very good showing for the Grizz. And speaking of lackluster showings, Clyde Drexler does drop 31 points here for the 91 Trailblazers, but it is not enough to overcome Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and the Bulls. They win by 11 and move on to the 3rd round. Run TMC keeps it rolling here. The 91 Warriors go over the Cleveland Cavaliers and move on to round number 3.
What's so good about Cleveland?
And what is, I guess, potentially a preview of the finals, although I highly doubt it. The Mavericks get the better of the Bucks. Luka has 51 points. For his part, Dame does have 45, but it's not enough to overcome the Mavs. They are going to walk away from this one. I mean, they almost score 150 points, just dominating offense. We'll have to see if that can continue in round number 3. The Raptors actually keep it interesting, but the modern Kings are too much for them to go over. They're going to move on. Honestly, I'm a little shocked that it was even this close. The 98 Jazz easily handled the modern-day Trailblazers. Our boys from Memphis finally pick up a victory. Pau Gasol, 26 points, 24 boards, enough to take down Jerry West and the rest of the 71 Lakers. Two modern teams going at it. Steph Curry does drop 37 points, but it's not enough to overcome these Clippers. They win by nearly 30 points, a big victory for LA. Tim Hardaway absolutely takes over this game. 41 points, 11 assists, leads the 97 Heat to a 15-point victory over Richard Jefferson and the rest of the 0-2 Nets. The 2012 Knicks are able to win this one by 1 over the 0-4 Pistons in what was a tight race there at the end. Somewhat of a surprise here for me, at least. The 2012 Knicks go over the 0-4 Timberwolves. Meanwhile, a team that is becoming a little bit of a dark horse for this year's playoffs, the Houston Rockets, are unable to get past Gilbert Arenas and the rest of the 0-7 Wizards. And look, I am never one to doubt playoff Jimmy, but I did think he might struggle against the 93 Hornets. You could put that to bed. He drops 38 points. Really, the entire team plays pretty daggone well. I mean, we have Caleb Martin getting back to his playoff form from last year, and this team could be deadly. And here we have the 0-4 Lakers. Remember, this is the Gary Payton, Karl Malone team that lost in the finals to the Pistons. They are able to win here by 10 over the 2000 Raptors. Vince Carter has a solid game. Tracy McGrady plays well too, but it is not enough. And in a battle of two high-profile scorers, it is Carmelo Anthony that drops 42 points and gets the better of Tracy McGrady. This one is a slight surprise just because of the fact that they held Dirk Nowitzki to only 13 points, but the 90 Cavs behind 34 points from Mark Price are moving on to round number 3. Look, I am a LaFonso Ellis lover, but the 94 Nuggets just don't have the juice to keep up with the 2012 Thunder. I'm going to be honest. I'm still looking at this. This may be the most surprising result we've had so far. The 72 Knicks somehow come through and beat the Philadelphia 76ers. Embiid has a monster game, but is not nearly enough. So this time the process definitely didn't work out. And we're going to end round number 2 in another stunning upset. The 0-2 Kings get bested by the modern day Nets. Mikal Bridges has a big game for his squad, and they are the final team moving on. Let's jump over and see where the bracket stands. All right, welcome to the round of 32. We have whittled this down from 76. It's going to start moving a little bit quicker, which means we'll have more time to hop into some games, but probably not in this round. I'll go ahead and scroll through it relatively quickly so you can see the teams that are in it. We have left. It's not nearly as big as it was last time, so we can go a little slower, actually. Let me just show you some of this stuff. I'm just looking at matchups we might have that could be cool. Maybe like the 90 Cavs, 12 OKC. That's a bit weird. We do have, let's see, the Nets, Heat, Mavs, Clippers, Kings, Nuggets, Lakers, Bulls, Pelicans, Jazz, Knicks, Thunder, T-Wolves. Yes, we have quite a few teams in this that are still from the modern day. There's quite a few matchups that are modern day versus modern day. The one I'm most looking forward to, I think, is actually this first matchup right here. It'll be very fun to see young LeBron going up against Anthony Edwards. I'm also very interested to see if this 07 Warrior squad could continue their run. But that's enough bracket gazing. Let's go ahead and jump into the actual games. Like I said earlier, these Trailblazers are very deep, but when LeBron James is on a tear like this, it's tough to compete. Lakers win by 8. They're moving on to round number 4. And here we have the Nuggets showing why they are the defending champions. They win over these 0-3 Suns by 16 points. Okay, I keep being afraid that I'm going to jinx them, but when Al Harrington is dropping 26 and 12, you know things are looking good. The 06 Warriors absolutely destroy the 2011 Bulls and Derrick Rose. They win by almost 30 points in this one. Oh boy. We are jumping into this one very late. The 91 Lakers hold a 1-point lead over the modern day Thunder. 28 seconds left to go. Magic Johnson does have a triple-double. Is he in the game? Yeah, he is. He's guarding SGA. SGA is going to post up Magic Johnson. Not the best move, if we're being honest. To be fair, posting up Michael Jordan also would be a bad choice. He's going to foul Magic Johnson after he grabs the rebound. Johnson will be heading to the free throw line. He can make this a 3-point game with only 20 seconds remaining. First shot is up and in. Johnson, a very good free throw shooter, so this is probably going to go in as well. And the shot is up, and he misses. Okay, Ludor gets the board, gets it to Chet. Isaiah Joe open on the wing. They don't have to go for a 3 here. They can play for a 2. Is SGA fouled out? Hold on, let's check this. This is important. Is SGA fouled out? He has, in fact, fouled out of the game. Okay. Can Chet Holmgren put the team on his back and get at Vlade Divac? He gets around him. Oh, that's a tough shot. And Chet misses. The Thunder's lack of experience hurts them here. SGA fouls out in the worst possible time. Josh Giddey fouls Magic Johnson, and Johnson can essentially ice this if he makes both of these. First one is up and in. That's pretty much going to be the ball game considering how the CPU plays. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Lakers are going to be moving on to the Sweet 16. Unfortunately, oh my God, despite Josh Giddey hitting that full court heave, the Lakers will be moving on. The Thunder are out of this. All right, Gary Payton heard me complaining about him last game, and he drops 39 points to lead his team to a victory. I am noticing, don't think I'm not. There is a weird thing happening here. For some reason, Hernan Gomez is in the game. I don't know what's happening here. They just keep adding players without me letting them. He doesn't really have that big of an impact, though, so I'm not really that worried about it. The 05 Suns are out of this, and the Supersonics will be moving on to face, I believe, the modern-day Lakers. So that should be a fun matchup between Anthony Davis and Shawn Kemp. And somehow, the biggest Cinderella run continues with the Bulls taking down the Pelicans by nearly 30 points here.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
The Bulls will be facing a tough test, though, in the next round because they'll be taking on the defending champion Denver Nuggets. I can't off the top of my head remember who the Jazz took down last round, but I do remember they had a pretty big upset here. Unfortunately, their run ends. The Knicks are the victors. They will be moving on to face the 07 Warriors. All right, I was excited for this matchup, but it's really not that close. The 07 Cavs win relatively easily. LeBron drops 29 points. For his part, of course, Anthony Edwards does drop 27. Great game here from Mike Conley as well, but unfortunately, this team just doesn't have enough to hang with him. All right, we are hopping into the final seconds of this 1990 Cavs versus 2012 Thunder game. Brad Daugherty at the line. His team is down by 1. His first shot is up and good. Ties it up. Can Daugherty pull up a 1-point lead here? He does, in fact. The Thunder have a chance to win this. KD has 33 points on the night. However, he's not in the game. Has he fouled out? Hold on. Kevin Durant has fouled out of the game. Okay, they still have Harden. They still have Westbrook. Oh my God, Westbrook walks right into Brad Daugherty. I was about to say he definitely has the athletic advantage over Mark Price, so he could probably get around him. Instead, he goes and throws the ball into Brad Daugherty's nutsack.
What the heck are you talking about?
And now Mark Price is going to the line to put his team up by potentially 3 points. Yes, the Thunder have a major blunder. Russell Westbrook loses his head there at the end, and here we go. 11 seconds, gets it to Perk. Perk, not a good three-point shooter. Probably want to get it away from him. I'm not really sure what we're doing right now. Kendrick Perkins is going to take a three if he makes this. Okay. All right, maybe the worst offensive possession you will ever see out of the 2012 Thunder. They lose to the 1990 Cavs in kind of a surprising one here, but KD does foul out. He does have 33 points, but the Cavs are moving on thanks to Brad Daugherty's nether regions and Kendrick Perkins' terrible jump shot. Allen Iverson leads all scorers with 44 points. Carmelo Anthony could only muster 12, but it doesn't matter. The 04 Lakers are moving on. Shaq, Kobe, Devin George, Gary Payton, and Karl Malone are just too strong. Again, the losing team has the player having the better game. Luka has a monster triple-double. Kyrie can only manage 17 minutes, though, and the Clippers come out on top, 117-93. I'm not really sure if this is a home game, but Kings fans, you can go ahead and light that beam. Your team beats down the 97 Heat. Tim Hardaway and Alonzo Mourning can't make it work, and the Kings are the next team to join the Sweet 16. This time, the old team wins. The 72 Knicks go over the modern-day Brooklyn Nets, and that means the Knicks will be facing the 90 Cavs in the Sweet 16. Playoff Jimmy has not quite hit his final form, but the Heat do hold a lead on the 07 Wizards here. Gilbert Arenas just not able to get it going. It's been Antoine Jamison leading the way. Butler gets right by Caron Butler, and that is the Jimmy Butler we love to see. Jimmy Butler puts his team up by 6 with 40 seconds on the clock. Now, Arenas, a great shooter, could make something happen here. Instead, he gets it into Jamison. He gets over to Butler. Butler gets it back to Arenas. Arenas rarely needs to shoot here. Time is running off the clock very quickly. Gets it into Jamison. Jamison with a nice, easy dunk. But that was a lot of time they just took off the clock. The Heat call a timeout. They're up by 4. 25 seconds on the clock. Let's see what they do coming out of the timeout. You have to assume the Wizards will foul here, but let's see if they're going to play it out. They get into Butler. Butler is going to go to the line. I believe they might have a foul. They give, actually. No, they did not. Jimmy Butler at the line, trying to stretch this lead even more. Makes his first. Oh my God, he's not missing his free throws. My man is 100%. There he goes. Puts his team back up by 6. Wiz call a timeout. They got to move the ball fast. Let's hope they can do a little bit better than last possession. All right, here we go, Wizards fans. As a huge fan of Gilbert Arenas' blog, I don't want to see him go out here. Can he make it happen? Caron Butler being guarded by Jimmy. Gets it to Jameson, to Daniels, to Arenas. Arenas guarded by Hero. Can Arenas be the hero? He gets he misses the 2. Gets it back out to Daniels. Daniels pops from 3, misses. Adebayo gets the rebound. Jimmy Butler is going to get fouled, go to the line. This game is over, folks. The modern day Heat advance again. They will be moving on to the Sweet 16, and they will be playing the 0-4 Lakers, another big test for Jimmy Butler. Let's go ahead and move on to the next team. Run TMC has finally been ended as the 0-6 Grizzlies win by 10. They will be moving on to face the modern-day Clippers in the Sweet 16. And here in our final matchup of the Thrifty 32, the 2012 Knicks have gone over the 98 Jazz. Carmelo Anthony, Jeremy Lin. Lin's sanity is rocking tonight. He gets 23 and 8. Let's see. Karl Malone had a monster night. John Stockton, 7 assists. That's a little bit low for our man. But yes, the New York Knicks will be moving on to face the Kings in the Sweet 16. All right, we're kicking off the Sweet 16 with this first round matchup. You got, of course, the 0-4 Lakers versus the modern day Heat. Let's jump into it. It looks like the 0-4 Lakers are pretty easily going to handle the Heat. They win by, 8 points. Let's check the box score. Bam has 21 points and Kobe drops 32. Nice game there from Gary Payton as well, 19 and 4. So that means the Lakers are the first team to move into the Elite 8. Next up, we have this matchup between the 0-6 Grizzlies and the modern day Clippers. Yeah, this one is not even close. The Clippers are going to win by quite a bit. Let's see what's the final score. Going to be 129 to 102. Kawhi, Paul George, and James Harden all dropped 20 points. Okay, and here's the matchup I know you've all been waiting for. It is the modern-day Bulls versus the modern-day Nuggets. Now, this is the injury-free roster, so the Bulls do have quite a bit of depth. Let's see if they can somehow continue this Cinderella run. I thought it was going to be close there for a minute, but the Nuggets have pulled away. Murray drops 30. Jokic has a casual triple-double, and the Nuggets are the team that's moving on to the Elite 8. Okay, next up, we get this matchup between the modern-day Nuggets and the 0-7 Warriors. The Warriors, in real life, I believe this is the team that took down the 1 seed as the 8 seed, so potentially looking to continue their own Cinderella run. Let's see if they can do it. Another game that got away from the lower ranked team here again. I mean, the Warriors do storm back in the third quarter, but it is not enough. Baron Davis nearly has a triple-double, but it's not quite enough. All right, I'm not really sure who you would consider the favorites here. I guess it would be the 72 Knicks. Let's see how this one goes. We have another, I wouldn't call it a blowout, but we do have I guess it was 11 points. Not even close. Walt Frazier, Jerry Lucas, 14 and 18, but it is not nearly enough. Mark Price, Brad Daugherty, Hot Rod Williams, Larry Nance, both double-double. Larry Nance, 6 blocks. Okay. My man was dominating down low. And the 90 Cavs are going to be moving on to the Elite 8. Still no close game, so not very much like the NCAA tournament at this point. But if you are a Knicks fan, you get one more shot to get a team through. And honestly, your chances are pretty solid. You got Carmelo, you got Amari Stoudemire. They have Sabonis, they have Fox, but you have Linsanity. Let's see how this one goes. Look, I want to bring you some gameplay, but there's no point jumping into an 18-point lead. The Kings get to light that beam once again. They win by 14 points. All right, now this is going to be a fun one because we have the 96 Supersonics versus the modern day Lakers. We got Gary Payton versus D'Angelo Russell. LeBron James versus Sean Kemp. I don't understand how Willie Hernan Gomez keeps ending up on this team. I'm going to go change that real quick before we actually jump into this. But I assure you, he will not be playing for the Supersonics in this game. I cannot buy a close one. The Lakers are going to blow this Supersonics team out of the water. They don't have Willie Hernan Gomez. Irvin Johnson takes his place. D'Angelo Russell drops 36 points. They didn't even need LeBron. And they still absolutely dominate this team. Sean Kemp goes off, though, for 39 points, so good for him. But unfortunately, it is not enough. The Supersonics are officially out of this one. And our last matchup of the Sweet 16 is going to be a barn burner. We have the 91 Lakers versus the 07 Cavs. A different Irvin Johnson is at the helm for the Lakers, but will he be enough to take down LeBron James? Maybe not his prime, but pretty close to it. I really hope that some of these blowouts turn to close games soon. The Cavs just wallop them. LeBron has an absolutely disgusting triple-double with 3 steals and 2 blocks. Let's look at the Lakers real quick. MJ. Magic Johnson has a pretty solid game, but it's not, I mean, they only score 73 points, so they just can't even hold a candle to these 07 Cavs. They'll be moving on. Let's check the bracket. We have our Elite 8 set. We have the 07 Cavs versus the modern Knicks, modern Lakers versus modern Nuggets, modern Clippers versus modern Kings, and the 90 Cavs versus the 04 Lakers. So 2 Lakers teams still in this, 2 LeBron teams still in this, and 5 of the 8 teams are modern day teams, so maybe it makes sense that those old teams didn't win a title. Let's jump in, see how this goes. First up is this matchup between the Lakers and the Nuggets. There's a very high chance we see this matchup in real life. Let's see how it goes with both teams at full strength. All right, probably not enough time here for the Nuggets, but we'll go ahead and hop into this one anyways because you don't have very many games left. The Lakers are up by 8. LeBron gets it over to Vanderbilt. I gotta tell you that Jokic has almost a triple-double. I think he's 1 assist short. He also has 4 steals. Vanderbilt jacks up a triple, and he misses that one. That's good for us. Aaron Gordon with the rebound, gets it over Jamal Murray. Murray tries to put the moves on Anthony Davis, but he might be a little far out for that. I'm not really, I don't know about this. Come on, look for the matchup. Jokic has a good matchup here. Get it to him. Let him go to work. And so it's going to be Michael Porter Jr. Look at that. He passed. MPJ passed.
I dropped my hot pocket.
It's never happened in the history of the game, but it happens there. And finally, nope. Okay, here we go. MPJ puts up a shot, misses. Jokic gets the board, puts it up and in. It is a 6-point game, 45 seconds left to go. There is some juice left in these Nuggets. Let's see what they can do. Now, of course, this is single elimination, so that's going to make it tougher. And Austin Reeves had a lane, didn't take it. Look for LeBron. No, they do not. Vanderbilt gets the ball. They're doubling, and finally they foul Vanderbilt. Jared Vanderbilt will be going to the line. Caldwell Pope with the foul. Can Vanderbilt hit these 2 free throws and put his team up by 8? He hits the first. It's a 7-point game. 35 seconds. Here it is. Second shot is up and in. Ooh, he's not a very good free throw shooter, but he makes them both in the clutch. That is something you hate to see if you're a Nuggets fan. Murray with the ball. Got to move faster than this. Come on, boys. Murray gets it into Jokic. Jokic working on AD. He's going to put it up. That goes in. Of course, I mean, Jokic is dominant, but I don't know if it's going to be enough here. 26 seconds on the clock. LeBron is that a tie-up or is that a foul? Tie-up or foul? That's a foul. Okay, LeBron is going to the line. He is a good free throw shooter, so that's not great news if you're a Nuggets fan. He makes the first, makes it back to a 7-point game. Yeah, 7 points, 26 seconds, makes the second. Back up to 8. Nuggets got to make a 3 here. They've taken out Jamal Murray, put in Reggie Jackson. I don't know about that move. Reggie shoots and misses. Jokic gets the board, gets it out to Caldwell Pope, puts that up. He misses that again, and that is going to be your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Jokic had a great game, but it is not enough. The Lakers will be moving into the Final Four. Honestly, not the outcome I was expecting, but at the end of the day, you just got to take what the game gives you. Let's go ahead and jump into the next matchup. 90 Cavs versus the 04 Lakers. Can the Lakers get 2 teams in the Final Four? I would say that's the most likely thing to happen here, considering they still have Kobe and Shaq, but let's go see if it happens. We have an upset brewing. The 90 Cavs are up by 3 with 51 seconds left to go, and even more importantly, Kobe Bryant and Karl Malone are both fouled out. So this is all going to come down to Shaq and Gary Payton. Let's see what they do. Brad Daugherty tries to go at, okay, he does. He stops. He does good coverage. I said he goes at, but really it was Gary Payton going at him. Brad Daugherty able to handle it. Hot Rod Williams gets it over to Mark Price. Mark Price is tired. Luke Walton fouls him, and is Price going to the line? He is. Mark Price, a great free throw shooter. This one is probably going in. I'm sure they both will. Yeah, he's 100% from the line. He's about to make this a 5-point game with 33 seconds left to go. And importantly, the Lakers don't have very many great 3-point shooters in the game. They have, what is it? Is that Byron Russell? Gary Payton, not bad, but of course, no Kobe. Does this team have Derek Fisher? I'm not sure. I don't remember if they do or not. We'll have to see what they come out of the lineup with. Let's see what they do coming out of this timeout. Horace Grant's going to be inbounding it. I'm looking to see if I see Derek Fisher. I see Rick Fox. I see Gary Payton. I'm even trying to look at the bench. I'm not seeing Derek Fisher anywhere, so we don't have any 0.4 second shots to go off of. Russell gets it over to Payton. Payton thinks about it, doesn't pull. Going to work in the post against Mark Price. He definitely has that athleticism advantage there, and he makes a shot to make this a 3-point game. Now, if Mark Price, he does get fouled. So that's the problem. If they can get into Mark Price is almost guaranteed to make his free throws. So the Lakers are going to have to hit some threes. Mark Price's first shot is up and in. He is one of the best free throw shooters in the history of the game, so definitely not the person you want at the line if you're a Lakers fan. Although, as someone who is wanting some upsets, I am a fan of it. Keep sending Price to the line. Gary Payton goes to work. 15 seconds on the clock. This is not what they need. Horace Grant gets it. They got to put up shots quickly and make them. Byron Russell does make that shot. Okay, it's a 2-point game. 8 seconds left to go. They need a steal or to try to get the ball into someone that's not Mark Price. But unfortunately, Gary Payton is unable to make that happen. Payton has 4 fouls, so he still can foul him a couple more times if we keeps going. Mark Price has yet to miss. He is just a machine at the free throw line.
He is him.
Which is to be expected, considering that's kind of what he's known for. And he makes them both, brings it to a 4-point game. Got to move quick here for the Lakers. Gary Payton's got to shoot fast. Gets it to Byron Russell, over to Grant, over to Fox. Fox, you got to pull, Foxy. And that is going to be your ball game, whether he makes it or not. The Cleveland Cavaliers are moving on. The upset of, not of the century, but definitely, I did not think they were going to win this game, but they do pull it off. They beat the 04 Lakers. The 90 Cavs are moving on to the Final Four. Let's jump into the next matchup. This one is going to be interesting. I think that you would definitely say the modern day Knicks have a big advantage in terms of depth. However, they don't have 07 LeBron. Remember, that was LeBron near the peak of his powers, and honestly, I think he might have just enough to win this, and it would be fun to have old LeBron versus young LeBron in the Final Four. Let's see what happens. Yeah, not even close. The Knicks absolutely destroy, don't destroy LeBron, but destroy LeBron's team. Jalen Brunson, 36 points, 12 assists. Huge game for him. Mitchell Robinson has a sneaky good game, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 9 boards. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say OG shut down LeBron by any means. He does have 30 and 10, 5 blocks as well. Wow. But the rest of the team just is not up to par. The Knicks will be moving on to the Final Four, and they'll be facing the modern-day Lakers. And in our last matchup in the Elite Eight, we have the Clippers versus the Kings. This is another matchup that could definitely happen in real life. I think you would have to give the edge to the Clippers because all their players are healthy in this case. Obviously, in real life, that's unlikely to happen given their injury history, but let's jump in and see what happons. And we're going to round out the Elite Eight with another massive blowout. The Clippers win by 31 points. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Norman Powell? Yeah, Norman Powell. 79 overall, Norman Powell gets 27 points. Look at James Harden. My man, people say this guy, all he does is shoot, but he has 17 assists, okay, and 2 steals. Over on the Kings side, over on the Kings side, it looks like Fox maybe got injured. That could be part of it. Sabonis has a triple-double, which is okay. JaVale McGee is over here with 3 blocks, but unfortunately, it's just not enough. The Clippers are moving on. They will be facing the 90 Cavs, which after everything, the 1990 Cavs are the last classic team standing. That is a little mind-blowing. But now it's time for the Final Four. Let's hop in.
I need a recovery beer.
Here is our first of 2 Final Four matchups. It's the 90 Cavs versus the modern day Clippers. Personally, I have to assume that the Clippers have the edge because of Kawhi. I mean, Mark Price did play very well in the Elite Eight, so maybe he'll be the difference. But it's really hard to imagine these Clippers losing to this team. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, we will check the stats here in a second, but as you can see, it's an absolute drubbing. They're up by 30 points, more than 30 points with 2 minutes left to go. So unfortunately, if you were hoping for the Cavs to make it through and be the only classic team to make it to the finals, that is not happening. Mark Price only has 12 points. He actually shoots 4 of 16, so I guess James Harden played some defense for once.
What?
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter for the Clippers. They are moving on to the finals. Now let's see who they're going to play. All right, here is our final matchup. It is the Knicks versus the Lakers. I guess this could be a preview of the real life finals, potentially. Let's see how it plays out. The good part about having one of these matchups be a complete blowout is we could jump in a little bit earlier into this game. LeBron James leads all scorers with 33. No, he missed it, 33 points, but the Knicks hold a 2-point lead. Brunson leads them with 19. Precious Achiuwa gets at the cup, puts it in. That makes his team up by 4 points, and there is 1:47 left on the clock. LeBron James with the ball. He gets it by his man, goes, whoever that was. Who was that? He did not want to go up with him. Apologies, I don't know my Knicks that well, but whoever that guy was did not want any part of LeBron on that drive. And here we go. What are the Knicks going to do? I can't even find out the guy's name because now he's out of the game. All right, Robinson into Brunson. Brunson being guarded by D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell may be a potential player of the tournament, to be honest with you. He's been playing very well. I'll probably try in post to put those stats up and show you who's doing well, but here it gets out to Bogdanovich. Weird to have LeBron guarding him. You would think maybe LeBron would guard. I don't know. I guess it makes sense. Okay, here we go. What's Bogdanovich going to do? He's going to drive and shoot over LeBron, and that was down and out. Oh, mama. Hachimura gets it into LeBron. LeBron with another easy jam to tie this up with 1:11 left on the clock. LeBron is taking over. He saw that tweet from earlier today that Paul Pierce said he was more clutch than LeBron and took it personally, but there's Jalen Brunson getting to the rim at will. Puts his team back up by 2 with 1:02 left on the clock. LeBron, can he do it again? Is LeBron, I mean, they got to, if he makes this, oh my, okay, they got to take Bogdanović out of this game. He is getting bullied by LeBron James. LeBron, 35 points, 12 in the paint. We've seen 6 of them so far. Here we go. What's Brunson going to do? Can he answer? Gets a screen for Robinson. Will he take it? He does. Is he going to pull from 3? He does. And, oh, another in and out shot there for the Knicks. Hachimura brings it up the court, looks for LeBron, gets it to LeBron. LeBron says, this is my game. I am taking over like it's the 2008 Cavs against the Pistons, whatever that game was where he scored like 21 points in the fourth quarter in overtime. Here he scored 8. The Lakers are up by 2, 29.7 seconds. Let's see what the Knicks do coming out of the timeout. Knicks have a chance to go quick here. They probably don't want to hold it too long. They want to make sure and get up a shot and give themselves a chance to foul and then get the ball back just in case. Brunson gets by D'Angelo, what's he going to do? They're going, I don't like this. Got to move quicker than this. Gets a screen. He's going to, oh, good pass. Miles Robinson, whichever Robinson that is, he puts in an easy lay-in, and now the Lakers will have the final shot. 18.9 seconds, tie ball game. You got to assume it's going to LeBron. Let's see what the Lakers draw up. Here we go. A spot in the finals is on the line. Hachimura to inbound. Gets it to LeBron. LeBron has been dominating Bogdanović. Gets it into Davis. Too early, I think. Oh, no. What are they doing? They could have held for the last shot. Now the Knicks can hold it. DiVincenzo wide open on the wing. They don't get it to him. Brunson is... Oh, my gosh. Can Brunson finish this? Brunson, guarded by Reeves, gets the screen. Reeves goes over it nicely, and okay, we are going into overtime. Man, both teams, not the best possessions there to end it. Really don't know why the Lakers bothered to shoot. I will jump you forward a little bit in this overtime, and then we'll get back together. All right, really quickly, just to reset you, there's 1:41 on the clock. The Lakers are up by 2. LeBron has 43 points. Let's check to see if any of the Lakers are in foul trouble. Okay, Austin Reeves has 5. D'Angelo Russell also has 5. Austin Reeves and Gabe Vincent have 4. Over on the Knicks side, they have Julius Randle's fouled out, DiVincenzo with 5, OG with 5, and as you can see, Jalen Brunson is putting on a show as well. I mean, not quite as good as LeBron, but, you know, who is as good as LeBron? The Lakers have the ball. They're up by 2, 1:41 left on the clock. Let's see if we can finally finish this one and get ourselves a winner to go up against the Clippers. LeBron gets the ball. They're doubling him immediately. That's a smart move. Gets it out to Russell. Russell pulls from 3. If he hits this, he misses. Oh, Russell, you got to hit that one. D'Angelo has been faltering. He played really well in the games before this, but now Jalen Brunson is having his way with him, and he's missing wide open shots. LeBron James brings the ball down the court. 1:26 on the clock. Game is back to tied. Here we go. LeBron has been having his way here with Bogdanović, and he gets right by him again. I thought he got fouled there, but they don't call anything. Out to AD. AD pulls and misses. Oh my gosh, the Lakers cannot make any of these wide open threes, and it is keeping the Knicks in the game. Hachimura gets it to, oh no! Ooh, the lackluster defense there from AD leads to a Robinson dunk. Oh, mama, this, the Lakers are falling apart a little bit here. LeBron continues to have his way with Bogdanović, and he's going to put this on his back, and he misses the lay-in. Oh no, the Lakers are falling apart here, baby. Okay, Brunson with the ball. He's going to go to work. Assume that Robinson's going to bring that screen. He does not. On a newbie with the ball, OG looking for somebody, probably not a shooter. Gets it over to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo is a shooter. He gets it to Bogdanović. Nobody's guarding him.
Kapuya!
And Bogdanović is not missing that. The Knicks are up by 5, 34 seconds left to go. What can the Lakers do? They have to regroup. They have missed 3 shots in a row. They got to get something going. Let's see what happens. The game is on the line. This is a trip to the finals here. The Clippers are waiting. Who is going to face them? Austin Reeves with the ball immediately to Davis, over to Hachimura. Hachimura has been shooting well in real life lately, and LeBron gets fouled. He's going to the line, so have a chance to make some free throws, get some free points with no time coming off the clock. First shot is up. That is a make. LeBron, a very good free throw shooter. He's not a bad three-point shooter either, but hopefully he makes both of these to make it interesting. He does. The Lakers probably have to foul here. You got to assume they're going to, maybe not. Okay, they're going to not foul. Interesting choice. I mean, they're only down by 3, so I guess they could play it out. Okay, Jalen Brunson is toying with D'Angelo Russell right now. I mean, they have to foul. They're only going to have... what are they doing? Okay, they're going to just let it play out, I guess. I'm very questionable here from the Lakers. This is not the best possession and for them, and Jalen Brunson does not put it away. But now, okay, they call a timeout. They have 2.8 seconds. They have to shoot a 3. They're down by 3. What are they going to do? You got to assume it's going to LeBron, but maybe not in this situation. He has been very clutch when we have been watching, and it is goal LeBron. He's open. He's open. He's open. LeBron misses. Oh, LeBrick strikes again. The Knicks are moving on. They will face the Clippers in the finals. Let's jump into that matchup and see which team comes out on top of this wild simulation. Okay, just in case you wanted a rehash of the 2 lineups, here it is really quickly. Let's hop in, see which team wins. And after all that, it can only end in one way. The LA Clippers absolutely blow out the Knicks here. They're up by 26 with 30 seconds left to go. I'll show you the stats real quick. Kawhi has a monster game as usual. James Harden, 13 assists, 20 points. Great game from him. Over on the other side, Bogdanovich leading the way, but Jalen Brunson has not a bad game himself. Julius Randle, I mean, this could be a problem. Maybe you don't want Julius Randle shooting 11 threes, but, I mean, he's not terrible from three-point range, but if he's going 4 for 11, probably not your best bet. Okay, so that is going to wrap things up here. I guess we could see the Clippers celebrate, but yeah, this did not go the way I thought it would. I mean, obviously, the Clippers are, of course, very good when healthy, so this is the best case scenario for them because they don't get to get injured. But despite that, they came through some... let me actually check. On the way here, the Clippers had to beat the 89 Bulls, the modern-day Warriors, the modern-day Mavs, the 06 Grizzlies, and then the Sacramento Kings, and of course now the Lakers. But the Clippers are your NBA champions. But we have one last thing to do before I get out of here. I'm going to give you the team of the tournament after I go through all of the games, check the stats, and see which players deserve to make it onto the list. Okay, I've made the executive decision to only go through with the players who made it to the Sweet 16 just to make this a little bit easier, but I'm going to go 3 deep on each position. So first, point guard overall is definitely going to be Jalen Brunson. Then I think we have to give James Harden props for averaging 13 assists for the title-winning Clippers. And finally, I'm going to give it up to my man Mark Price. I don't think the Cavs make it very far without him and his excellent free throw shooting. At point guard, despite only playing 2 games, I am going to go with Kobe. This position just doesn't have a ton of great players, but 32 points, 2.5 steals, 7 rebounds. A great showing from the Black Mamba. And maybe a bit of a sleeper pick here, but I'm going to go with Malik Monk for the Kings as my second pick. 17.5 points and 6.5 rebounds. Makes it pretty close to the top in both categories. Great job by him. And for the third team shooting guard, I'm going to go with Dante DiVincenzo, mostly because he had 2.3 steals, just anchored that defense alongside Jalen Brunson. Honestly, in only 2 games, 07 LeBron makes a big push, but I think you have to go Paul George here. 24 points, 5.5 assists, 1.5 steals on the title-winning team. Too hard to pass up. But I will give LeBron second place, 27 points, 12 rebounds, 3.5 blocks.
Damn!
And finally, let's give up some love to Larry Nance. He shoots 56% from the field, 14 points, 8.3 boards. Just an outstanding performance from this Cav. And at power forward, I think it's almost impossible not to give it to Kawhi. I mean, his team won the title. He shot 61% from the field. Just absolutely dominant in pretty much every single category. And modern day LeBron makes it 2 for 2 in second team appearances for LeBron. 27 points, 7.3 rebounds, 7.7 assists. Not quite the same block numbers, but still, you will definitely take that. And then I'm going to go ahead and give this next spot to Hot Rod Williams. 16 points, 14 boards, and 2 steals along with 1 block a game. Very solid. Remember, he had one game where he had 5 blocks, I believe. But I do just want to shout out this one game Sean Kemp had. If he had made it further, he might have had a chance to get much higher. 39 points, 12 boards, and 72% from the field.
Acknowledge me, please.
Okay, maybe an unpopular pick because he only played 2 games, but I am going to give Jokic the number 1 spot. 26.5 points, 11.5 boards, 10.5 assists. That's a triple-double if you're scoring at home, and 2.5 steals for the Joker. Brad Daugherty gets my second center slot. Very good numbers for him. 16.7 points, 11 boards. Would like to see those block numbers a little bit higher, but you got to take it at the end of the day. Speaking of block numbers, my third spot was either going to go to Anthony Davis or Mitchell Robinson, but Davis does edge him in pretty much literally every single statistical category. So we are going to go ahead and go with AD. And then finally, I'm going to give my player of the tournament. It's actually going to be a co-award. We're going to give it to Kawhi and Jalen Brunson. Just two guys who absolutely dominated the game on both sides of the ball. Of course, their teams did play against each other in the title. Kawhi came out on top, so I guess you could give him a slight edge, but I think they both played well enough to get a nod. Now then, that's the whole thing wrapped up. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you.